Dunbar Co. had the following activities during the year. They purchased inventory worth $120,000. They purchased equipment worth $80,000. They purchased debt securities classified as available for sale for $60,000. They reacquired their own stock, so they purchased treasury stock worth $70,000, and they issued common stock worth $150,000. So what amount should Dunbar report as cash provided by investing activities in its statement of cash flows for the year? So what is going to be reflected in our investing section? So this is generally just going to be our fixed assets, any sort of non-current asset transactions, basically anything that is not financing and is not going to be a transaction or a cash inflow or outflow during the ordinary course of business activities. So let's just go down the line and pick and choose what we would categorize each of these. So the purchase of inventory is generally always going to be reflected in our operating section. And that's going to be because selling inventory or purchasing inventory is going to be an ordinary course of business type activity. So that is not going to check off. It's not going to be in our investing section. How about the purchase of equipment? So as we said, non-current assets and fixed asset transactions will generally always be in our investing activity section. So that is going to check off. How about the purchase of debt securities classified as available for sale? What do we remember about our debt security type transactions and how they affect cash? So our available for sale and held to maturity transactions are generally always going to be in our investing section, whereas our trading securities are generally always going to be classified as operating. So very important that you guys remember that. Purchasing treasury stock and issuing common stock. So these are generally always going to be reflected in our financing section. Financing is going to be anything from raising equity, raising debt, basically when we are raising capital from either debt or equity. So this isn't going to be investing. This isn't going to be operating. This is going to be financing. So now we can take our information and determine what amount is going to be classified as investing. So it's going to be the purchase of equipment and the purchase of available for sale, $80,000 plus $60,000. Simple enough. $140,000. It's going to be our cash provided by investing activities. A is correct.